And welcome back, race fans, to Right Rear Racing. I'm your host, Donnie Watts, and tonight we're bringing you the Dirt Series Promotions Spring Showdown round number 5 here at Lanier. As we have roughly about a minute and a half left of practice, we're going to have 27 drivers make the call tonight. And with the 27 drivers making the call, we're going to have your hot laps here with a 2-lap qualifying fall on this, with 3 heat races to follow, with the top 4 of those heat races are going to be inverted. It's going to be an 8-lap heat race with the top 5 transferring over to your main event. Then we're going to have 1 B main. That's going to be an 8-lap B main with the top 5 transferring over to your main event as well. We're going to follow that up with a 2 to 3 minute warm-up session, and then we go into your 60-lap main event with 20 cars starting on the field tonight. As these drivers are winding down on their hot laps, let's take a look at the points just a little bit, and I'm going to go over them with y'all here. James Broswell Jr., he's currently in the lead with 759 points. We're going to have Tyson Banks in second with 732. Zachary is in third with 719. We're going to have Michael Carter in fourth with 688 points, and your top 5, rounding out your top 5, is going to be Drew Hopkins with 680. As that's your top 5 coming into tonight's race. There's only 2 more races left for this event. That's tonight and then next week. And next week will be race number 6, your championship night for the Spring Showdown here. And they're going to take on Lucas Oil Speedway, and you can catch that broadcast right here on Right Rear Racing. And it looks like hot laps are over with. We're going to go straight into your 2-lap qualifying. We're going to find out who's going out on the track first, and we're going to tune in there with them. As it looks like it's going to be Kevin Coburn going out there on the track first. As you see him coming down the back straightaway. And in turn number 3, as he's coming out turn number 4, he's getting the green flag, and he's trying to set that quick time for tonight. Thank you everyone for the likes. As he's entering the high side of 1 and 2, he's maintaining that high side right above that slick, right in that moisture there in 3 and 4 as well. And he's coming out turn number 4, and at the line he's going to get a 13.79 as he's going down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3. He's looking to get better time this time as he's going down low in turns 3 and 4. He's coming out turn number 4, and his second lap is going to be a 13.88. And we're going to go follow along with a 30 of Mike Manise as he's coming out turn 4. That was his first lap. That's going to be a 13.82. That's going to put him 6th as he goes down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3. He's down low and running that midline as he's coming out turn number 4. And for his second lap is going to be a 13.88. That's still going to put him at 6th. And we have Tyler in the 73 here as he goes down low in his turns 3 and 4. And he hits that outside wall, so that lap probably will not count unless that was his out lap as he's running that midline, and he slows down just a little bit there. He's going to park it and reset there. We're going to follow with Tyler Burrow in the 35 as he goes in turn number 3. He's running that outside lane there. And that was his out lap there as he goes down low in turns 1 and 2. He's going to get that high side down the back straightaway. He's going to go down back low in turns 3 and 4 and come down turn 4 for his first lap. And Tyler's going to be in the top 3 there with a 13.69. We also have Tyson Banks in the 747. He got a 13.69 as well, as they're both right there in the top 3. And we come on board with Michael Carter in that 15 machine for his last lap. He's jumped up to the 3rd with a 13.66. And we got a few drivers here that haven't made it out on the track yet. Here's Zachary, currently in your top 3 in points. His first lap is going to put him at the top of the leaderboard with a 13.56 as he goes in turn number 3. He's looking to possibly get even better on this time and secure his top position. as he got a 13.61. Both of those laps would have put him at the top of the leaderboard. We have Caden McWhorter in that 14 machine. He got a 13.69, and that's going to complete your qualifying for tonight. We're going to go into your three main events, or I'm sorry, 3 heat races for tonight. And starting on your pole tonight is going to be the 64 of Logan Cotelis. On his outside is going to be Tyler Burrow in the 35. Row number 2 is going to be that's Turner Nichols in the 001. And on his outside is going to be Zachary in that 17 machine. He was your quick time for qualifying. Row number 3, we have the number 5 of Joey Neese. On his outside is going to be Jordan Koblenz in the 27. Inside row number 4, we have Josh Smith in the 83. And on his outside is going to be Tyler Porter in the 003. Row 5 is Robert Eversole in the 111. And on his outside is going to be Tyler Aldwart in the 73. The field is going to be led by Logan Cotelis in that 64 machine. And thank you for liking the stream. As they're receiving the rolled up green flag, they're ready to go green flag racing next time around as they come out turn number 4 and all initial starts. On all initial starts will be on iRacing green. And waiting on Logan Cotelis. He's entering turn number 3. He's trying to get that, waiting for that green flag to drop. And the green flag's dropped. We're going to go racing this time around. The 64 is looking down low. The 35 is going to go up high. The 64 is going to slide up in turn 2. He's going to take that outside down the back straightaway. We're going to have a battle for second with the 35 and the 1 right here as they come down turn number 4. They're going to be 3 wide, come down the front straightaway, and they're going to go 3 wide, going to turn 1. The 17 of Zachary's going to look down low and throw a slide job. He's going to move up into your second position as they go down the back straightaway. We have contact between the 17 and the 1, and go back a little bit further on the field. There we will have the 5 machine looking down low. The 35 is up high with the 1 machine in third, and that's going to be Turner in the 1 machine that's sitting third. And we have Joey Neese sitting there in 4th. And your final transfer spot, that's going to be Tyler Burrow in the 35, and we're going to have a caution flag for heat race number 1. And we're going to go take a look at that again as we go on board and watch Josh Smith here. He's in that midline. And he goes in turns 3, and that 2 machines throws it in there and feeds him the right rear. And that's going to bring out the caution for tonight's first caution of the night. And we'll get this line going for you so that way the viewers at home know who are actually in making the main so far. And they receive the rolled up green flag. They're ready to go. Green flag racing once again. And as they're coming out to turn number 4, they should be reaching the halfway point of heat race number 1. As they go down the back straightaway, led by Logan Cotelis and that 64 machine. Zachary is going to be sitting second, and the 001 of Turner is in third. We're green flag racing as they come out turn number 4. Logan Cotelis got a good run on the back in turns 3 and 4, and here comes Zachary running the outside lane. As you see him trying to throw that slider lane in 3 and 4, and now we are halfway through with heat race number 1. We have Turner looking down low in 1 and 2. He's running third. We're going to go back there with Joey Neese in that 5 machine. He's the final transfer car as the 27 of Jordan Koblenz is getting the outside going and trying to make that pass for that final transfer spot as they go down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3. And Logan Cotelis is still your leader. They're getting the popsicle sticks as we have 2 laps remaining in this event. And Logan Cotelis leads us down the back straightaway. Here comes Zachary hard on the charge still as they come out turn number 4 this time around. They're getting the white flag as we have one more lap here. Logan Cotelis is getting that slider line going in 1 and 2. Zachary's still getting that outside going and getting that momentum out back down the back straightaway. He had a brake check just a little bit going in turns 3 and 4. He's going to look down low. We're going to have a drag race there, and Logan Cotelis took the win for heat race number 1. Zachary took second, followed by Turner in the 001 for your top 3 for heat race number 1. And Tyler Burrow finishes 4th. Jordan Koblenz is your 5th and final transfer spot for your main event. Joey Neese finishes 6th. Tyler Potter finishes 7th. Josh Smith in 8th. Robert Eversole in 9th. And Tyler rounds out the top 10. And heat race number 2 is on the field now. The number 9 of Brad Allman is going to start on the pole. On his outside is going to be Caden McWhorter in the 014. Inside row number 2 is going to be Michael Carter in the 015. On his outside is going to be Jacob Laster in the 51. Row 3, we have Alan Westland in the 20. On his outside is going to be Brandon Marlowe in the 37. Mike Menise in the 30 is going to start on the inside row number 4. On his outside is going to be Earl Arts Jr. in the 61. And riding off the field for heat race number 2 is going to be Avery James in the 55. They're getting the rolled up green flag this time around. The field is led by Brad Allman in the 9A machine there as he leads his field out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Again, the start is going to be on iRacing green as they come out turn number 4. And we're green flag racing as the 14 is going to get a good jump on the outside. He's going to get way up there and try to get that cushion going. As he's coming out too, he has a good run there. He's going to take over the lead as they go in turn number 3. This on your screen. Now you have your top 4 drivers all under a blanket there. Again, the top 5 drivers will go into your main event. We're going to have a battle there for 4th, I believe, as they were running 3-4 wide there. And here comes the 51 of Jacob Laster looking down low of Brad Allman. And that's going to be your battle for 2nd. And we also have the 15 of Michael Carter sitting there in 4th. Brandon Marlowe in the 37 machine. He's in your final transfer spot in 5th with Earl Arts Jr. in that 61 ready to go. As we look up there, Brad Allman threw a slide job line there in 1 and 2 as he's getting that slider lane going in 3 and 4 as well. It's been Caden McWhorter since the back straightaway there. We're halfway through with heat race number 2. The 15 of Michael Carter looks down low of the 51 in 1 and 2. They go in turns 3. The 51 has a better run there. And it looks like 51 might have hit the outside wall just a little bit as he has damage to his right front tire. Here comes Brad Allman looking down low in 1 and 2. And they're coming down the back straightaway. The 14 of Caden McWhorter. He's holding on to that high side and getting that good run there. As they're coming out turn 4, they're getting the popsicle sticks as we are halfway through, and as soon as I say that, there's a caution on the field. And we're going to go take a look at it as we follow along with Mike Menise in that 30 machine. He hits the outside wall there in 1 and 2 and just goes into the outside wall on the back straightaway as he enters into turns 3 and 4 there. And that's going to bring out the caution for your heat race number 2. They got the rolled up green flag. We're going to go green flag racing next time around. It's going to be a single file restart with Caden McWhorter leading the field down the back straightaway right now. Brad Allman is going to be sitting in 2nd. Jacob Laster is in 3rd. Michael Carter in 4th. And Brandon Marlowe rounds out your top 5 as they enter turn number 3. Caden McWhorter's ready to go. He's hitting that loud pedal as he comes out of turn number 4. He's getting the popsicle sticks as we have 2 laps remaining. He's going to get a good jump there and get that high side going once again. And here goes the battle for third between the 15 and the 51. The 51 of Jacob Laster is getting the high side going in turns 3 and 4. Caden McWhorter's coming out of turn 4 and getting the white flag as we have one more lap around the track here. Here comes Michael Carter looking down low of the 51 once again in 1 and 2. And the 51 just gets a better jump coming out of 2. And they're coming out of turn 4 here. And it's going to be Caden McWhorter taking the win in heat race number 2, followed by Brad Allman, Jacob Laster, and Michael Carter, and followed by Brandon Marlowe for your top 5, and they made it to the main event. The rest of the drivers are going to be going to the Consi tonight. As we take a look at the rest of your field, Earl Arts Jr. finishes 6th, Alan Westland in 7th, Avery James finishes 8th, and Mike Manise rounds out the field for heat race number 2. And your final heat race for tonight is taking the field now, and starting on the pole is going to be the 114 of Dalton Turnier. And I'm sorry if I butchered your name there. And on his outside is going to be Tyler Carter in the 020. Inside row number 2, we have Tyson Banks in the 747, and on his outside is going to be the 109 of James Broswell Jr. Inside row number 3, we have Dylan McKee in the 12. On his outside is going to be the 1 of Kevin Coburn. Inside row number 4 was Lawson Williams in the 14. And on his outside is going to be Alan Bergen in the 2. And rounding out the field for heat race number 3 is going to be Colton Snyder in the 24 machine. And Dalton is going to be in that 20T starting on the pole there, the white and black with a pink 20. And on his outside is going to be Tyler Carter. As they go in turn number 3, they're waiting for the iRacing green. And the green flag dropped. They're hitting that loud pedal, and we're going to go side by side, entering turn number 1. The 20 or the 114 of Dalton Turner's going to slow that slide job line and get up there to the top. They're going to be 3 wide going in turn number 3. As they're coming out turn number 4, it's going to be Dalton followed by Tyler, James Broswell, and Tyson Banks. As Tyson Banks is getting that low side going, we're going to go back here with the field. We have contact between James Broswell Jr. and Tyler Carter as they went in turn number 3. And we're 2 laps down into this event. And you see Tyler Carter's getting that outside going in turn 1 and 2 on the back straightaway. As they go in turn number 3, the 109 of James Broswell Jr. is getting that low side going. And we're going to have a battle here for your final transfer spot back there as Tyson Banks is in 4th. He's looking down low in turns 3 and 4. He's throwing a slide job on James Broswell. We got a crossover, and they're going to be side by side at the line as we're halfway through with heat race number 3. They're still side by side there coming out of turn 2. As we go back towards the front of the field just a little bit, we're going to go back here with, we got Tyson Banks and James Broswell Jr. They're still battling out side by side as they're going into turn number 3. And Tyson throws another slide job there, and he's going to clear it this time and secure the 3rd position. But here comes James Broswell Jr. throwing a slide job in 1 and 2. As we have 2 laps remaining, there's going to be a little bit of contact there as they came off 2. And they both run the same line. This time around, they're getting a white flag as we have 1 more lap remaining. This is where your race is, and you also have a race for your final transfer spot between the 14 and the 12 right here on your screen now. As I believe Dalton's, we have contact right there with the other 2 drivers. We're going to go back and take a look at it once again and see what happened there. It's going to be Dalton Turnier taking the win, Tyler Carter in 2nd, Lawson Williams in 3rd. And I didn't hit that button quick enough to get to see the replay. and finish out the heat race 3 results. It was Dalton Turner winning that race, followed by Tyler Carter, Lawson Williams, Tyson Banks, and Dylan McKee rounds out your top 5. Kevin Coburn finishes 6th, James Broswell Jr. in 7th, Alan Bergen in 8th, and Colton Snyder rounds out the field. And your consolation race is out on the field now. That's going to be 13 drivers making the call here for your B main tonight. And for your B main, starting on the pole is going to be Joey Neese in that 5 machine. On his outside is going to be the 61 of Earl Arts Jr. Inside row number 2, that's going to be Kevin Coburn in the 1 machine. We have Tyler Potter on the outside of him in that 003. Alan Westland in the 20 machine is going to start inside row number 3. On his outside is going to be James Broswell Jr. in the 109. Row 8, we have Josh Smith in the 83. On his outside is going to be Avery James in the 55. In row 5, we have Alan Bergen starting on the inside in that 2 machine. And on his outside in the 111 is going to be Robert Eversole. Row 6 is going to be Mike Manise in the 30 machine on the inside. And on his outside is going to be the 24 of Colton Snyder. And rounding off the field for your starting lineup here is going to be Tyler Altward in the 73. Again, this is going to be an 8-lap consolation race with the top 5 drivers making the field. And they're getting the rolled up green flag as they're coming out of turn number 4. So we're going to go green flag racing next time around. We're going to put that fancy little line up there on your scoreboard so that way you know who's going to be locked in for tonight's race. As Joey Neese leads us out of 2 down the back straightaway. They're waiting for that iRacing green to go green flag racing once again here. Again, it's going to be 8 laps for your consolation race here with the 13 drivers. And 5 are going to make it. The rest are going to go home. And they're getting the green flag. Joey Neese is going to try to get a good jump. And Earl Arts Jr. gets a good jump on the outside there. But here comes Neese getting that low side going. And Earl Arts Jr. is going to get a good jump off of 2. And he's going to throw a slide job on Joey Neese. They're going to be contact. And it's going to be Earl Arts Jr. at the line. And we're going to go. You see on your screen, they're side by side. That's going to be Kevin Coburn in that 1 machine. And on his outside is going to be Earl Arts Jr. Coburn's getting that low side going. And we also have 3 wide. And they're still side by side. These is your top 5 on the screen right now as they're coming in turn 3 and 4 there. Coburn's still getting that low side. Earl Arts Jr. is getting that high side going. And we have Joey Neese right there in the middle. And Tyler Porter is going to be in that black and red number 2. As Josh Smith just made a pass on the outside there, coming off 4 as we're halfway through. He's in that final transfer spot. That's going to be your 83 car there in your final transfer spot. These guys are up here battling it out. They're secured in. They just need to make sure that they clear each other and keep it clean as they go in turn number 1. James Broswell is getting that low side going, trying to follow Kevin Coburn. And the 61 of Earl Arts Jr., he's getting the outside going, followed by Joey Neese and Josh Smith. This time around, they're getting the popsicle sticks as we have 2 laps remaining. They're still running side by side as they have the top and bottom lanes going. The 61's getting a good jump off of 2 every run here. And we're going to have contact going in turns 3 with James Broswell and the 1 of Kevin Coburn. They're getting the white flag as we have 1 more lap for your consolation race here. And it's going to be a drag race here as they come off turn 2 down the back straightaway. We're going to have contact between, I think that was Porter. I'm sorry, that's Potter. That was Potter making contact with Josh Smith. And we're going to have Earl Arts Jr. taking the win there, followed by Kevin Coburn, Joey Neese. And they're going to do a warm-up session here, so we're going to take a look at what happened there. Or not what happened, but your results. And for your Consi results here, it's going to be Earl Arts Jr. taking the win, and that's 61, followed by Kevin Coburn in the 1. Joey Neese finishes 3rd, James Broswell Jr. in 4th, and Tyler Potter rounds out the top 5, and those top 5 are locked into your 20-car main event tonight. Josh Smith finishes 6th, Alan Westland in 7th, Mike Manise in 8th, Tyler Altward in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is going to be Alan Bergen. Colt Snyder finishes 11th, Robert Eversole in 12th, and Avery James rounds out the field for your consolation race tonight. These drivers are going to take a few laps here to break the track in. And as they're warming up a little bit here, I'm going to take a quick moment to step away and get a water and get ready for your 60-lap main event tonight, as these drivers are trying to break this track in right now. And over on YouTube, we have Avery James saying that he was lagging, so he pulled off to keep it green. And that's much respect right there on that part of, as a driver. And then Jeremy over on the Facebook side, do you know which driver you're talking about? Because I'm not for sure which one you're actually referring to there. And as these drivers are taking a moment to break this track in, we're going to go over a few of the sponsors here for Dirt Series. We're going to have Turn 2 Photography, Butt Kicker, Finish First Designs, and All Out Graphics. And Avery, over here with Dirt Series, a lot of these drivers are very good, and I know that I used to run with them last year, and just got to take some track time here. And once you get that track time in with them, you'll get up there with them and make the shows. Just stick with it, man. And as you see, you have a scrolling bar on the bottom of your screen now. That's your upcoming events. Next week, April 3rd, is going to be your championship night for the Spring Showdown at Lucas Oil. You can catch that broadcast here on Right Rear Racing, starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, make sure you go check out the Right Rear Racing shop on rightrearracing.com/merch. Again, these drivers are done with their hot laps, so we're going to go into your main event tonight. Again, it's going to be a 60-lap main event. And for your starting lineup for tonight's 60-lap main event, on the pole is going to be the 64 of Logan Catellis. On his outside is going to be Caden McQuarter and the 014. Inside row number 2 is going to be Dalton Turnier and the 114. On his outside is going to be Zachary and the 17. Row 3, we have Brad Allman and the 9. On his outside is going to be Tyler Carter and the 020. Row 4, we're going to have that's Turner and the 001. On his outside is going to be Jacob Laster and the 51. Row 5 has Lawson Williams and the 14. On his outside is going to be Tyler Burrow and the 35. In row 6 is Michael Carter and the 015, and on his outside is going to be the 747 of Tyson Banks. In row 7 is going to be Jordan Koblenz and the 27, and on his outside is going to be Brandon Marlowe and the 37. Inside, and I just lost track there. Inside row number 8 is going to be Dylan McKee and the 12. On his outside is going to be the 61 of Earl Arts Jr. Inside row number 9 It's going to be Kevin Coburn in the 1, and on his outside is going to be Joey Neese in the 5. And rounding out the 10th and final row tonight is going to be James Broswell Jr. in the 109, and on his outside is going to be Tyler Potter in the 003. Again, tonight's race is going to be 60 laps. As a 64 of Logan Cotellis is going to be leading the field. And as they're coming out turn 4, they're getting the rolled up green flag as they're going to go green flag racing next time around. And they're going down the back straightaway, still led by Logan Cotellis, as we have not gone green flag racing yet. They're stacking them up as they go in turn number 3. And they're going to wave this green flag off. They're going to wave it off as race control did not like what they've seen there. And they're going to... I think they're going to be getting the 1 green this time around. And they got the rolled up green flag this time as the field stacks back up once again. We're going to go green flag racing as they come out of turn number 4, waiting for the iRacing green as they come out of 4. And it looks like we have a Dylan McKee fan over here on the Facebook side. And they're getting the green flag, and Logan Cotellis, he's going to get that bottom side going, and here comes Caden McWhorter on the outside. Here comes the 64, it's going to slide up, going down the back straightaway. The 14 is going to make a pass there, and we're going to have a caution straight off the bat there. And they're going to slow it down. As they slow it down, we're going to go back and take a look at what happened there. As we go on board with Tyson Banks in that 747. And someone got tight right in front of them, and everyone brake checked and ended up hitting them on the rear and pushing them into the outside wall there. And we're going to have another original restart here. And the starts here, there's going to be 3 Delaware double file restarts. And with the 3 Delaware double file restarts, once that's completed, then we're going to go to the single file restart, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, it could be the double file after the 3. But under 10, we are going to be a single file restart. And they're getting the rolled up green flag. They're going to go green flag racing next time around. The field is still led by the 64 of Logan Cotellis with the 14 on his outside of Caden McWhorter. Let's see if the 64 does something different here to kind of hold off the 14 as they're coming off turn number 2. The 14's been fast on the outside of 2 the whole night. And they're getting the green flag. They're going to go side by side. Here comes the 64 looking down low. The 14 of Caden McWhorter is going up high. He's going to cross him over once again and come down the back straightaway. He's going to take the lead, come down the back straightaway there. As they're coming out turn number 4, Caden McWhorter is going to lead lap number 1, followed by Logan Cotellis, and then that's Dalton Turnier looking down low. They're going to be side by side for second there with the 20T and the 64. And the 17 is on the outside there as well. That's going to be Zachary. That's going to be your top 4. You see these drivers here all stacked up on top of each other. And the Dalton Turnier is getting that low side going. He's going to try to make a pass there on Logan Cotellis as he did in turns 1 and 2. See if he can get a stick here in 3 and 4. They're side by side. It's still going to be Dalton Turnier at the line as he has some kind of traction down there on the bottom of the track. Here comes Logan Catellis looking down low, and Zachary's going to go up high. And it's still going to be Caden McWhorter at the line. Here comes Zachary throwing a slide job here, and 1 and 2 on Logan Catellis. Logan's going to cross him over here. We're going to be side by side going down the back straightaway, going in turn number 3 as the 64 is going to throw a slide job in 3 and 4 there. Here goes a crossover by Zachary. We're going to be 3 wide at the line for second. And the 17 is Zachary's looking down low. Logan Catellis getting that high side going, and Zachary did not throw a full slide job here. This is your battle for second on the screen as we're only 7 laps into this event. And it's going to be Caden McWhorter out in front of the field, followed by Logan Catellis. Zachary in the 17 is going to be in third. Dalton Turnier is going to be fourth. And Tyler Carter rounds out your top 5. As soon as I do that, we're going to have side-by-side action here. That's going to be battle for third between Zachary and Dalton here. As you see, we also have the other 20 car here. We're going to have contact coming off turn 2, and that's going to push Dalton Turnier back to 6th. Tyler Carter is going to move up to 4th, and Turner is going to be in 5th as he's getting that low side going. We're 10 laps into your 6-lap main event here, and there's going to be nose to bumper there as they're touching each other, but they're keeping it straight, and we're not going under caution just yet as everyone's keeping it all under control here. As Turner's still running that low side, we're going to go back up to the front, and that's going to be Caden McWhorter getting that outside going all the way around the track. Logan Catellis is following that same line on the outside there, and Zachary's trying something different as it looks like he's doing like a slider line in 3 and 4. He's running the top in 1 and 2. And as soon as I say that, he's running the top in 3 and 4 this time around. We're going to go back with Turner in the 001. He's sitting in 4th. And he's the first car out of line as he's looking down low. And we have Tyler Carter in 5th. He's down low as well. The 4th and 5th place drivers are the first ones down low. Followed by Tyler Burrow in the 35. He's down low as well. The 20 of Dalton Turnier is going to be in 7th as he's moved back 4 positions. It looks like Turner's getting something down low as he's closed the gap on Zachary there. And he's going to be in your 4th position. He's trying to reel in the 3rd to be in the top 3. As you see, coming out of turn 2, the battle for 3rd on your screen between the 17 and the 001. Turner's getting that low side going as Zachary's getting that high side going. We're going to be side by side coming off 4, but Zachary has that momentum coming off out of the turn. And currently your hard charger would be James Broswell Jr. as he's moved up 7 spots. And on your screen, it's still the battle for 3rd between the 17 and the 001 as the 17 is getting that outside going. The 001 still down low. They're running hard, but they're giving each other room. As Turner's still getting that low side going, he had some momentum there off of turn 2. They're going to be side by side at the line, and 17 machine is going to be up high, hits the outside wall. And now the 001 of Turner is going to take over your 3rd position as they come off turn 2 down the back straightaway in turn number 3. As they come at the line, it's going to be Turner taking over your 3rd position. And last time I've seen Zachary's front end there, his right front is damaged as you see him coming out of turn 4 there. See if that's going to play a factor into this race as they are only 25 laps down. Go back up to the front, and that's going to be Caden McWhorter leading the field. He's hitting the outside wall there just a little bit. He's coming up on lap traffic. And we're going to have a caution flag come out. As you see a car parked up there. And we're going to take a look at it as we take a look at Dalton Turnier. He's that outside wall and ends up breaking his right front, and he rides that outside wall and tries to get off the track and get out of the way for everyone else. As you just see that right front dangling there. And that's going to bring out your second caution flag of tonight's main event. As we near your halfway point here. The field is going to be still led by the 14 of Caden McWhorter, the 64 of Logan Cotellis. He's going to be in second, followed by Turner in the 001, and rounds out your top three. Zachary in the 17 machine is going to be sitting fourth, followed by Tyler Carter in the 020. In fifth, you're going to have Michael Carter in the 015. And sixth, Tyler Burrow. And everything's, as y'all are seeing everything jumping over on the left side, hand side, that's how it's doing on my screen as well. Tyler Burrow is going to be in seventh. Jacob Lester's in eighth. James Braswell Jr. is going to be ninth, followed by Brad Allman to round out your top 10. And your current Hart Charger is going to be James Braswell Jr. as he's sitting in ninth. He's moved up 10 spots tonight. And this is going to be our first Delaware double file restart here. Caden McWhorter is going to be leading the field, and it looks like Logan Cotellis in that 64 machine. He picked the outside lane, which means all the even number cars, or if you're in position, or even position, you're on the outside lane. All the odds are on the inside. And they're getting the rolled up green flag. We should be going green flag racing next time around. And once he hits the turn 3, he can hit that loud pedal at any point, all the way up to the green flag drop of iRacing. He's in 3. He's going to hit that loud pedal, get a good jump here. As he goes down the track in 3 and 4, he's coming back up, and he's going to get back to his high side there in 1 and 2. Logan Cotellis hits the outside wall there, and that's going to let Turner Nichols get up on the bottom side and take over your second position. Here comes Tyler Carter looking down low as well. He's trying to take over your third position with Michael Carter right there below him as well. And this is a battle for third on your screen between the 64 and the 20. You see Zachary taking the outside lane there as everyone else is down low. And Zachary's sitting in 5th. He's battling it out for 5th position with the 015. As we take a look of the 020 of Tyler Carter, he's looking down low still of Logan Cotellis. Cotellis is going to be in 3rd, and he's come down low. Now here we're going to have contact between the 20 and the 15, and that's going to be a Tyler Carter and Michael Carter getting into each other as we're halfway through with your main event. We have 30 laps remaining. Everyone seems to be going down to the bottom now, as I believe the top might have went away already. And it's going to be Caden McWhorter still out front. He's come to the bottom of the track now, followed by Turner. And Turner's getting up. He's been at the bottom since the drop of the green. And you see there, Logan Cotellis, he's coming down to the bottom. We're going to have Michael Carter looking down low of Tyler Carter. Again, these two are racing for 4th. And they're side by side. They've been side by side for the majority of since the restart. The 15 of Tyler Carter is going to be taking over your 4th position. Or, I'm sorry, that's Michael Carter. And this is your battle for fourth between the Carters, Michael and Tyler. And right behind them in sixth is going to be Zachary and Tyler Burrow and Jacob Laster have a battle here. And that's going to be a battle for seventh between these two as they're coming out turn number 4. As soon as I go to him, Tyler Burrow starts moving back a little bit. Brandon Marlowe looks down low. He's moving up into your 8th position. We're going to go back up there towards the front a little bit as I believe Turner's closing in the gap just a little bit as we're in the final few laps of this race. Here goes Turner looking down low as he's in 3 and 4, and Caden's running the outside lane still in 3 and 4, and it's throwing a slider lane now in 1 and 2 as they're coming out turn 2. Turner seems a little bit faster there. And this is your battle for the lead between the 14 of Caden McWhorter and the 001 of Turner as they're coming out down to, or out of 2, down the back straightaway. This is 001 of Turner got a good jump there. And Caden's running the outside wall just a little bit, might be scrubbing some of his time. He hits that outside wall as he enters 1. He's going to get a good jump here and maintain his lead as we have 20 laps remaining as they're coming out turn number 4. I thought he lost the spoiler, but I guess it came back on there. The 001 of Turner, he's getting that low side going. He's going to make this race interesting as he's getting that low side going for the majority of this race. Again, this is your battle for the lead between Caden and Turner. As Caden hits the outside wall, scrubs his time. Here comes the 001 of Turner as they go in turn 3. He's going to get that low side going, see if he gets some momentum here. And we're going to have contact, and they're going to keep it green as they corrected each other and gave each other room as they went into turn number 1. And they're going to still race hard here as the 001 of Turner's looking down low still, and Caden's still getting the outside going. As they go in turn 1, Caden hits the outside wall once again, and Turner's still down low. I don't know if Caden's trying to push that outside wall just out a little bit further so that he has more track or what, but it looks like he hits it almost every time as he enters 1 or 3. Here comes the 001 of Turner looking down low. Once again in 3. And they're still going to be side by side. We're 15 laps remaining. Here comes Caden McWhorter. He's looking down low now and going to try to block that lane there. And he goes back to the high side in 3 and 4 as Turner looks down low once again. He's been down there the whole race as they're coming up on lap traffic, as I seen that up there earlier. Is lap traffic going to play a factor for these two drivers in these closing laps? And as these two are racing, here comes Michael Carter trying to reel them back in. He's going to be in your top 3. And the 001 of Turner's looking down low. 14 hits the outside wall once again. And at the line, we're going to have a new leader of Turner Nichols. And they're down the back straightaway. The 14 of Caden McWhorter's not giving up just yet. He's up there right on that thin line of the cushion. And it's still going to be Turner at the line. And you see the 35 of Tyler Burrow. He's going to be the first one for the lap traffic as they're coming around, or coming in turn number 3. Once they come out turn number 4, they have 10 laps remaining. 10 laps remaining in this event as these two drivers are driving hard. And you see Michael Carter reeling them in. He's right there running the bottom side. He's right there on them for the final laps, for the top 3 to be right there racing side by side. Caden hits that outside wall. Once again, he doesn't have a right front anymore on the, and he comes down low. Here comes Michael Carter looking down low. He's going to take over your second position. And the 35 of Tyler Burrow is going to be lap traffic. That's going to play a factor here as they go in 1 and 2. As the 14 and the 15 are going to run side by side in 1 and 2. And we're going to have a caution flag come out. You know, I'm going to try to find out where that caution flag came in at. And I don't see the uh, where the crash was. So things are going to shake up on these final laps as we're under 10. It's going to be a single file restart from here on out as Turner in the 001 is going to be leading the field, followed by Michael Carter in the 015. Katie McWhorter, you see that right front damage there as he's trying to keep it under control and finish up in the podium with these last 6 or 7 laps. And he's going to be in third. The 51 of Jacob Laster is going to be in fourth. The 17 of Zachary is going to be in fifth. James Broswell Jr. came from your B main and back up there. He's going to be in 8th, and he's moved up 11 spots. I'm sorry, he's going to be in 7th. As Dylan McKee is on the top of the leaderboard, he's not leading. And there you got the rolled up green flag. We're going to go green flag racing next time around. Turner's going to lead us out 2 down the back straightaway. And turn 3, he can hit that loud pedal all the way up to where iRacing drops the green. And he's going to hit that loud pedal and get a good jump here. And lead us down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Katie McWhorter's going to get a good jump and throw a slide job on Michael Carter, but Michael Carter's going to cross him over, and here comes Jacob Laster looking down low. This is going to be your battle for third between the 51 and the 14, as the 14 is running the outside lane. The 51's down low. The 51 is going to take over your third position. I don't know if he has too much damage to keep it going, but he's had one hell of a run tonight. As they're coming out of turn 4, they have 5 laps remaining in this event. And Michael Carter's moved up 9 positions. Up to your second spot here as he's trying to reel in Turner in that 001. And Jacob Laster is going to be in third, trying to hold off Katie McWhorter and Zachary as that rounds out your top 5. And the 51 is going to get a good run, entering turn 3. And we're going to go back up towards the front here of Turner in that 001. He's going to lead us in turn number 3. As he comes out of turn number 4, he should be getting the popsicle sticks as there's 2 laps remaining in this event. Michael Carter is going to be sitting second, followed by Jacob Laster in the 51 to round out your top 3. And he's been running that bottom side the whole race. He's getting the white flag as we have one more time around here at Lanier. And Michael Carter's trying to get some more momentum here as he comes out of turn number 2 and going in turn number 3. It looks like it's going to be Turner taking the checkered flag tonight, followed by Michael Carter and Jacob Laster for your top 3. We're going to hear from those 3 drivers here momentarily. The 17 of Zachary took over 4th. Brandon Marlowe rounds out your top 5. I think your hard charger for tonight is going to finish in 6th. He's James Broswell Jr. He moved up 13 positions. And I don't know why I pulled up your constellation results. And Turner in that 001, he's going to take the win, followed by Michael Carter in the 015 in second. Jacob Laster in the 51 is going to round out your top 3. Zachary in the 17 finishes 4th. Brandon Marlowe in 5th. James Broswell Jr. is going to be in 6th. Again, he's your hard charger for tonight. Katie McWhorter in 7th. Tyler Carter in 8th. Brad Allman in the 9 machine, he's going to finish 9th. And Tyler Potter in the 003 will round out your top 10. Tyson Banks in 11th. Jordan Koblenz in the 27 finishes 12th. Kevin Coburn 13th. Dalton Turnier 14th. Lawson Williams 15th. Joey Neese 16th. And 17th we have Earl Arts Jr. And 18th is Dylan McKee. And the final 2 spots here, 19th is going to go to Logan Cotellis and Tyler Burrow. And we're going to hear from Jacob Blaster, Michael Carter, and Turner. And, and in third place is the 51 of Jacob Blaster. We're going to hear from him first. And Jacob, do you got a good copy? Jacob, do you got a good copy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you over here. Congrats on your third place finish tonight, and good to see you on the podium here. On those closing laps, especially on that last restart, what was your game plan going into that last restart there?
Just trying to hold on. I didn't have much left, I don't think. That last caution helped me though. I don't know, I was kind of battling there with Zachary. Just everybody's racing in the rubber, and that caution come out, and I kind of got us all stacked back up, and I was able to kind of mirror Carter's line, and that seemed to help out for me to be able to hang on.
And I try to get back there and watch you whenever you and Zachary running side by side. For tonight's track condition, where did you feel more comfortable at?
I made some. I mean, I made some hay in the middle there. Well, not really the middle, but kind of a lane up from that bottom. Coming like especially coming off the corner. If I could hit it right going in, coming off the corners, I was able to get some runs on some guys. So that worked. And then once everybody kind of got in the rubber, it was just a matter of you know following each other. So.
And I have one last question for you on the early part of the race. Everyone was basically running that top side. Were you up there running that top side with them, or were you? You kind of answered it earlier, but were you wanting to be more down low and just staying, trying to get that worked in down there?
I didn't really run the top, and mainly because I didn't want to, like, I didn't know how much tire I was going to have to kind of. I didn't want to get the tires too hot, you know what I mean? I wanted to kind of stay in the middle to bottom, but yeah, I mean, if you could hit the top right, I was able to do it kind of in my heat race and in qualifying, but in the feature, I wasn't able to do it. The track was kind of different after that reset, and we burned it in. It was kind of different, so yeah, I mean, I just kind of stayed at the bottom middle and just try to keep from getting, tangled up, and everybody fights for that for the rubber here at Lanier. Sometimes it's a good track, but tonight it kind of got one groove. So
And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
just a shout out to Team Hot Lap Heroes, Dig by Jig. Brandon Marlowe had a good run tonight. I think he got a top five, so that's an awesome run for him. He's had some bad luck recently, and um, he works on setups for us and stuff. So hats off to him and for all his help. Rydell Race Wraps for the wrap on the car. You guys for doing the broadcast. Josh for putting the league on, dealing with the headache every week to give us a place to run. Appreciate him. And then give a shout out to the wife as always for taking care of the little one.
And again, congratulations on your third place finish. You couldn't do it without sponsors. I know it's iRacing, but still, we couldn't do it without sponsors over here as well. And hopefully next week we catch you again on the podium.
Man, that'd be awesome. I appreciate it.
Yep. And there you have it, your third place finisher tonight, Jacob Laster in the 51. Next up, we're going to hear from Michael Carter. And Michael, do you got a copy?
Gotcha, buddy.
Man, that was hard fought racing there from the drop of the green. And
Oh
looking
yeah.
up at everything, you moved up 9 spots. What was the key factor for making the passes there?
I just I just kept working that bottom there, and I seen a lot of guys working that top, and I was trying to save my tires and run the bottom, and I did that for most of the race, and I think that really helped towards the end, and I think I burned them off a little bit too much there trying to catch the top two, or yeah, catch McCorder and Knuckles there, but we had that caution with a couple to go, and I had nothing left. I think I gave it everything I got trying to catch them, and yeah, man, good win to Knuckles. I know my son talks to him a lot, so I'm happy for him. Good racing with Lassiter and a couple of them other guys up front there. It was really hard racing.
And I do have a question for you. The 20 machine, Tyler Carter. What's the relationship there?
We have no relation at all.
Oh, there's no relationship. But y'all are both running
Yeah.
the same color paint scheme, so I figured there's some type of relationship. So sorry
That's
for.
one of, no, you're good. That's one of Braswell teammates. Yeah, I've never really talked to him. I talked to Braswell a good bit, but yeah, man, props to him. Good racing with him too. But yeah, there's no relation as far as I know. Braden's my son. He won the other week, so that's the only relation on here with me.
Okay, is that I had asked that because I seen y'all making contact there for a little bit, and it's good, hard, clean racing with some bumping here and there.
Absolutely, yeah. It was me and him did make a little contact. He was trying to protect the bottom, and I wanted the bottom, so yeah, I made it as clean as possible, and we did rub a little bit, but yeah, man, good hard racing him, and that was fun. It's fun racing with these guys, and this track, I mean, you got to give and take a little bit, and I think most of us gave and take for as much as we could.
Oh, most definitely, especially keeping it under green flag racing for as long as y'all did. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to, man?
Oh yeah, I gotta thank Randy Carter Painting, my dad. He's watching. Hey Pop. I gotta thank CSE Motorsports, Cale Smith, Braden Carter, Kyle Hardy, Chase Hardy, Big John, Travis Anderson. We got quite a few on here. We got Kyle Hardy Racing, Midwest Forklifts, Cale's brother Landon and Cale, Twisted Designs. Everybody else is watching this. My fiance tuned in tonight. I don't know if my mom is or not, but everybody that watched, I really appreciate y'all, and thanks for tuning in. And thank you guys in the booth, and thank everybody at Dirt Series Promotions as well.
Yes, sir. And again, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight, and hopefully you finish out strong for the spring showdown next week and finish it with
Thank
another
you.
podium.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna try.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And there you have it, your second place finisher, Michael Carter, in that 15 machine there. And now we're going to hear from your winner tonight of Turner, and I've probably been butchering his last name all night, and we're going to let him correct me here. And Turner, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I think I've been butchering your last name all night, so tell the viewers here how to say your last name.
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Like Michael said, Knuckles.
Okay. I've been saying it, butchering it all
It's
night.
all good, man. It's a common misconception. It's all good.
I just want to get that straight up there. And if I heard it right, this is your first league win ever.
First league one ever.
How
That's
does
my
that
first time ever running this league.
how does that feel to come out here with Dirt Series and get that first league win?
It is the most relieving feeling because I raced with Michael, I raced with Michael and his son and Braswell and a bunch of the guys that were in this race in this league. I raced with them in a series called Southern Racing Association. It was a money series, and they ran for a couple of weeks. And I raced with them a lot, and I could not catch a break. The whole time I felt pretty solid. Me and Braden Carter talked a lot, and he helped me out and gave me some big pointers. But I'm so glad I could catch a break and finally, just finally make myself not look like a fool and, show that I can compete.
And with that, kind of piggyback on that one for tonight's race, McCorder was running the outside lane for the whole race. You just stuck it to the bottom, kept sticking it to the bottom. What kind of traction were you getting down there? Was it for based off your throttle control, or did you find something there that you can just get a good hole shot there?
I race this place a bunch. It's one of my favorite tracks on the sim. So I really picked this week to run the series. Um, it's just if you can creep that bottom, you outrun the top every time. As long as when the top gets slick like that, and there's still stuff on the bottom. If you don't go to the bottom, I don't really know what you're doing. I mean, the top worked for that, first 10 laps, but I never went up there. Never touched it the whole time. Just took care of my tires. Just just took camera as good as could. Drove straight as an arrow, and act like I had a baby egg on my foot. Never crushed it.
And whenever you say that you never did go to the top of the track, I think the farthest up on the track that you came was about mid, and whenever you actually made the pass on McQuarter out of 4, you came up to the wall, and that was the first time I've seen you go up to the wall.
Yes, sir, I did that. Whenever we went off into 3 right there, I knew I was going to get a better run off center off the corner than he was because you just can't beat it. Because I remember he drove across the racetrack and went to the bottom, and when you run the top like that, you just overheat your tires. So I knew he wasn't gonna be able to stick it and get a good run off the corner like I was gonna. And he kind of got a run. He just was able to have that more momentum all the way around, so he just carried it. And I knew, but whenever he got to the slick, he was gonna be going too fast, and he just blew through it. So I knew I was gonna have to scooch him up the racetrack or crowd him or something. I didn't want to run him dirty. And that one time, I do apologize over the radio. Um, that was nothing intentional. He was just in my blind spot, and I knew he was there. He was in my blind spot. I just didn't leave enough room. That's on me. Thought I did, but we gathered it up, and I'm really surprised we did. I'm surprised it didn't break. These cars are really fragile.
I'm surprised y'all didn't break either. I was watching that part, and it was on the broadcast, and whenever you made contact, you let up and let him back through and try to gather it back up and try to make a clean pass at that point. So much respect as a driver doing that, especially in a league race like this. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yes. So let me think here. Let me go look at the car actually in iRacing. Smart decision. All right. So W Energy, Warrior Race Cars, my dad, Knuckles Performance, Kingston Watson Racing. I know he's watching. I don't know if Braden is watching, but Braden has been like I said, such a huge help, and I appreciate him for taking time and helping me out. Smokey's Pizza and at W, whenever you check out at W Energy, use code capital N Knuckles and capital S Speed for 10% off at checkout.
And again, congratulations on your dub tonight, and glad that we are able to catch that here on Right Rear Racing for you.
Thanks, sir.
And hopefully, if you join us next week for the championship week, hopefully we hear from you again.
I'll try. I'll try and show up. No promises, but I'm gonna try because I really like the way the promoter, ran this thing. Like I said, I'm so new. I don't really know anybody other than the guys racing. But
Yes, sir.
excuse me. But yeah, that was fun. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And there you have it, your top 3 tonight. As you heard from all 3 of them, Jacob Blaster, Michael Carter, and Turner Knuckles. And that's going to conclude tonight's events. And next week, we head over to Lucas Oil for the championship night. And if you're ever interested in any of the Dirt Series races, go to dirt-series.com and register today for the next event. And just kind of go over some of the upcoming events here. Next week is going to be the championship night for the Spring Showdown, and then take a few weeks off, and April 24th is going to be the Slick Track Challenge, race number 3. That's going to be a best of 8 races, or best 8 out of 10 races. So if you missed the first 2 races already, register with Dirt Series and come run race number 3 and finish out the season with the Slick Track Challenge. Again, thank you for joining in here on Right Rear Racing. We will catch you next week at Lucas Oil for the championship night here on Dirt Series Promotions.